All kinds of sushi explained in an easy way. Nigiri. Nigiri is one of the most fundamental and elegant forms of sushi. It consists of a small hand-pressed oval mound of seasoned vinegared rice with a single slice of fish or seafood placed on top. The name comes from the Japanese word for grip or squeeze, referring to the way the rice is shaped by hand. The topping, called neta, can be raw fish such as salmon, tuna or yellowtail, or cooked seafood such as shrimp or eel. A thin smear of wasabi is often placed between the rice and the topping to add heat and help the two components adhere. Nigiri is considered a test of a sushi chef's skill, as the rice must be perfectly seasoned and shaped with exactly the right firmness. Maki. Maki is the classic rolled sushi that most people picture when they think of sushi. It is made by spreading seasoned rice over a sheet of dried seaweed called nori, placing fillings along one edge and rolling everything tightly using a bamboo mat into a firm cylinder. The roll is then sliced into individual bite-sized rounds, each showing the cross-section of rice, filling, and nori. Maki rolls come in different sizes, from the thin hosomo maki containing a single filling to the thicker futomaki packed with multiple ingredients. The fillings can include raw fish, cooked seafood, vegetables, cucumber, avocado, and pickled radish. Maki is one of the most accessible and widely enjoyed sushi styles globally. Temaki. Temaki is a hand-rolled cone of sushi that is meant to be eaten immediately after being made. It is formed by taking a half sheet of nori, filling it with seasoned rice, fish, vegetables, and other ingredients, and rolling it by hand into a large cone shape that resembles an ice cream cone. Unlike maki, temaki is not sliced into pieces and is eaten whole as a single handheld item. The nori must be eaten quickly before it softens from the moisture of the rice and fillings. Temaki is a popular choice at casual sushi restaurants and home sushi parties because it is simple to assemble and allows each person to customize their own cone with their preferred ingredients. Uramaki. Uramaki is an inside-out roll where the rice is on the outside and the nori is wrapped around the filling on the inside, which is the reverse of the traditional maki structure. The name literally means inside-out roll in Japanese. The outer layer of rice is often coated with sesame seeds, tobiko fish roe, or other toppings that add texture and visual appeal. Uramaki was developed in the United States in the 1960s and 1970s to appeal to American diners who were unfamiliar with, and sometimes uncomfortable with, the appearance of seaweed on the outside of their food. The California roll is the most famous example of uramaki and is credited with helping introduce sushi to a global audience.
Sashimi. Sashimi is not technically sushi because it contains no rice, but it is so closely associated with sushi culture that it is always present on sushi menus worldwide. It consists of thin, precisely sliced pieces of the freshest possible raw fish or seafood, served without any rice or wrapping. Common varieties include salmon, tuna, yellowtail, sea bream, octopus, and scallop. The quality of sashimi depends entirely on the freshness and careful preparation of the fish, as there are no other flavors to mask imperfections. It is typically served with soy sauce, wasabi, and thin shreds of white daikon radish. Sashimi is considered the purest expression of the flavor of the seafood itself. Gunkan. Gunkan is a unique sushi form whose name means battleship in Japanese, referring to the distinctive shape of the piece. It is made by wrapping a strip of nori around a hand-formed oval of rice to create a small vessel or cup shape, and then filling the open top with soft or loose toppings that cannot be placed on standard nigiri. Common toppings include salmon roe, sea urchin, flying fish roe, spicy tuna, and corn with mayonnaise. The nori border holds the filling in place and gives the piece its characteristic tall, oval, ship-like silhouette. Gunkan allows sushi chefs to serve a wider variety of ingredients that would otherwise be too loose or runny to present on traditional sushi forms. Chirashi is a bowl of sushi rather than individual pieces. It consists of a bed of seasoned vinegared sushi rice in a bowl topped with a colorful and generous arrangement of various sashimi slices, vegetables, egg, and other ingredients scattered across the surface. The name means scattered in Japanese, referring to the way the toppings are spread loosely over the rice rather than being assembled into individual pieces. Chirashi is a popular everyday sushi dish in Japan because it is faster and less labor-intensive to prepare than individual nigiri or rolls. It is visually beautiful when assembled with care, with different colors and textures of fish and garnishes arranged artfully across the rice.
Inari. Inari sushi is a sweet and savory sushi variety that uses no raw fish at all, making it one of the most approachable forms for people unfamiliar with raw seafood. It consists of seasoned sushi rice stuffed inside a small pouch of aburage, which is deep-fried tofu skin that has been simmered in a sweet soy-based broth until tender and golden. The resulting pouch is soft, slightly sweet, and deeply flavored, providing a gentle contrast to the tangy vinegared rice inside. Inari sushi has its roots in Japanese folk religion, where it is associated with the Shinto deity Inari, the god of foxes, rice, and agriculture. It is a common component of bento boxes and picnic lunches throughout Japan. Dragon roll. Dragon roll is one of the most visually striking specialty sushi rolls created in the fusion style. It is typically an inside-out roll filled with shrimp tempura and cucumber, topped with thin slices of avocado arranged in overlapping layers across the top of the roll to resemble the scales of a dragon. The roll is often finished with a drizzle of spicy mayo or eel sauce across the top, and sometimes garnished with tobiko fish roe. The green avocado scales give the roll its distinctive serpentine, dragon-like appearance. The dragon roll was developed in Japanese-American sushi restaurants and has become one of the most ordered specialty rolls in Western sushi culture due to its dramatic presentation and rich flavor combination. Spicy tuna roll. Spicy tuna roll is one of the most popular sushi rolls in the world, particularly in North America. It is made with raw tuna that has been finely chopped or minced and mixed with a spicy sauce, typically a combination of sriracha and Japanese mayonnaise, which gives it a creamy heat and a bold red-orange color. This mixture is placed inside a maki or udamaki roll, along with cucumber or avocado for freshness and texture. The outside is often coated with sesame seeds. The spicy tuna roll was created in Los Angeles in the 1980s as a way to use less visually perfect cuts of tuna that could not be served as premium sashimi, and it quickly became a staple of sushi menus worldwide. Tamago. Tamago sushi features a thick, sweet Japanese omelet as its topping rather than fish or seafood. The omelet, called tamagoyaki, is made by rolling multiple thin layers of sweetened egg mixture together in a rectangular pan to create a firm, layered, slightly bouncy block with a pale golden yellow color and a lightly sweet flavor. The omelet is then sliced and placed on top of a small oval of seasoned sushi rice, often secured with a thin strip of nori wrapped around the outside. Tamago is considered a benchmark dish that reveals the skill and attention of a sushi chef, as the technique required to make a perfectly layered tamagoyaki is more difficult than it appears. It is a gentle, comforting, and universally accessible form of sushi. Rainbow roll. Rainbow roll is a colorful and visually impressive specialty sushi roll that takes the concept of the California roll as its base and elevates it with an elaborate topping arrangement.
A standard California roll of crab, avocado, and cucumber is prepared as an inside-out roll and then covered on top with alternating thin slices of different colored fish, typically salmon, tuna, yellowtail, and whitefish, arranged side by side to create a multicolored striped effect resembling a rainbow. Thin slices of avocado are often interspersed between the fish slices. The result is a visually stunning roll that showcases the full range of colors available from fresh sushi-grade fish. It is one of the most photographed and ordered specialty rolls in fusion sushi restaurants around the world.